If you're thinking about 100%ing the Chicken Little video game, don't. Or at least watch this video first, because this set is way harder than it looks. I'm Blue Falcon, and in today's video, I'll be mastering Chicken Little's achievements using RetroAchievements, a site that adds achievement support to your favorite retro games. Now let's get into this dumpster fire of a game. For those of you who've never heard or seen the movie, this movie follows the titular hero as his town is invaded by aliens after he claims the sky is falling. Because I don't want the Disney overlords striking me down,
You must be the brains, huh?
I won't be showing any clips from the movie here. As for the set itself, I will focus on 100%ing the game, then going back to clean up whatever achievements I miss. Spoiler, it will be a lot to clean up. For whatever reason I decided to start on hard mode, I'll eventually regret that decision later. The game starts with Chicken Little needing to get to school. I don't know why bro is trying to go through all of this, I would have stayed my ass in bed. For the majority of the levels, we get an achievement for beating it deathless on hard mode, oh great, and for collecting all 5 of these baseball cards. There are also challenge achievements too. I wasn't able to get the one for this level here, so I'll talk about it later on. Little's move set revolves around whipping his yo-yo. He gets other moves as the game progresses as well. Also, collecting 15 acorns gets me another health point. After climbing, swinging, and rail grinding, bro was not doing all of this in the movie.
Yeah!
We have these robo chickens that act as enemies. Hit them once with a yo-yo and that's it. The front door to the school was locked, so we needed to get changed to buy a soda to fly in. Yes, that was a plan that he came up with. We get an achievement for collecting all the coins in this area, and thankfully none of them are hard to get. After a few minutes of running around for coins, I maxed out my health for the first achievement of the video. We're on to a good start, right guys? I got the last coin and got another achievement for all coins in this area. Now I get to buy a soda and launch myself to the window. I don't know why we have to go through the forest when the window is right there. Anyways, just be careful with the fences. I actually missed the last baseball card in this section, so I'll be back for it after finishing the playthrough. I did get tardy again for beating late to school deathless on hard. Dodgeball Hall is a 2-part level. First we have to make it to gym class using a mop bucket. This is straightforward, just avoid the walls, people, and lockers that are falling down for whatever reason. I don't get all the cards as it can be a bit tricky to get them all without taking damage or dying. There's a challenge achievement for this section as well, but to no one's surprise, I didn't get it. The second part of the level is a dodgeball fight with these bullies whose names I couldn't be bothered to remember. In a 3-round game, just grab a ball, hit them, and weave their balls. You can actually grab one that is in the air, but I never figured out how to do that. I did die in this mini game, so I won't get the deathless achievement for this level. Big shocker. Foxy, oh that's her name, sicks her demon on us for telling her off. So now we have a chase level. Goosey is chasing us, but periodically she throws a dodgeball at me. Bro, I don't know if this chick is a former Marine or something, but the way she's sniping my shit had me tweaking. The problem is trying to get her while also making sure I'm able to not get caught on a random debris in the level. I didn't even bother with the damn baseball cards, I just beat the level and got the achievements for beating it normally and for beating it deathless on hard. In Uniform Hunt, Foxy and Goosey take Chicken Little's baseball gear, so now we have to get all the pieces. We get the grapple ability in this level, which allows us to reach farther areas. It also allows us to swing on specific poles as well. I got hit by this damn chicken while I was trying to grab a pole and had to reset. Eventually, I got They Don't Even Look Like Me achievement for destroying all the robo chickens before getting the helmet and without taking damage. Afterwards, I grabbed the helmet, the rest of the uniform pieces, and beat the level deathless on hard for another achievement. Before the big game, we had to practice hitting the ball. This is a mini game where I have to hit the right buttons when they hit the base icon. Then I hit the ball as close to the plate as possible to get either a single, double, triple, or home run. The big game is still the same thing, we just aren't practicing now. I got a home run and an achievement for finishing the level. Now we have one of the first driving levels in this game. Chicken Little's friends are going to his house to check on him after the game, but we have to do random nonsense before we get to his house. It just boils down to collecting stuff and making deliveries. There's not much to talk about yet with this level in terms of tough achievements, so I'll keep it brief. I did get all baseball cards for an achievement, so at least there's something right. Now shit's getting interesting. Fish gets taken away and we have to save him. In Backyard Pursuit, we get the Power Shot upgrade. This upgrade charges up Little's yo-yo to destroy the robo chicken spawners and to break down paths to progress. After doing this pretty cool rail grinding section down the waterfall, I got Follow That Fish for beating Backyard Pursuit Deathless on hard. Space Sim 1, another random level theme coming up. And if you're wondering, no, this was not in the movie. We play this mini game in order to unlock the door to the ship. This is where the difficulty of the achievements and the game begins to rise. For now, we just are getting used to the controls. There's rapid fire and missile pickups, and we have to shoot out ships and cannons. This one is harder than it looks, as a few hits from the ships will kill me. After a handful of resets, I got the achievements for all baseball cards, beating the level normally, and beating the level deathless on hard, a 3 for 1. Oh snap, we got different playable characters, let's go. Well, Abby mainly just has a hover jump, so she's not all that exciting. We get the first of 3 spaceship levels. Alien Abby introduces quite a few things, so I will give it some credit. The main things are these time limit platforms and the introduction of the alien walker. This bad boy has a death laser for shits and giggles and can grab things and throw them around. Nothing too crazy for now. I got Maillard of the Moon for completing Alien Abby Deathless on hard. Now I play as Runt in an on-rails vehicle level. All I have to do is get to the end. I get rockets to destroy these crates in my way and open doors. I have a challenge achievement for doing this level damageless, but I'm gonna be honest, this one's pretty easy, especially with consecutive attempts. I got achievements for all baseball cards, the damageless achievement, and the deathless achievement on hard. After that, we have Space Alarm. Chicken Little takes over inside another spaceship level. We are introduced to these rollerbots that shoot out a stream of electricity. We also get the slingshot to aim acorns at switches to progress as well. About midway through the level, we have to collect batteries to activate a teleporter. I just hit more switches and did more platforming to collect them, nothing too crazy. After doing that, we have this shooting minigame where we shock the little robots from the alien walker sections. They constantly spawn until we destroy a certain amount from each spawner. There's a challenge achievement here, but I didn't get this one either. Noticing the trend, huh? This led to the end of the level, getting me the achievements for finishing Space Alarm, getting all baseball cards, and finishing the level Deathless on hard. Guys, are you ready for my least favorite level? Cause I'm not. We have Space Sim 2. This is a top-down perspective level with harder enemies. The process remains the same as the first level. Get to the end alive. The issue is the amount of enemies coming at you and the damage they do. Even the upgrades aren't enough to help. This fake Galacta BS level doesn't need to exist, and adding on to the fact that they want me to do this deathless is fucking insane. Because of this level, I actually dropped the set for months. Yes, I'm serious, here is the proof. The only tip I can give is to save missiles for the fast moving enemies and the big green ones, as they will melt your health quickly. Also destroy the pillar things, I don't know what these are, as they can drop health too. After slamming my head against the wall for hours, I eventually beat the level, got achievements for getting all baseball cards, and beating the level Deathless on hard. I'm sure that will be the hardest achievement I do, right?
Wrong.
After saving Fish, we get to do another on-rails vehicle level. We have to get to the end of the tubes in one piece. I'm not gonna lie, this level is very disorienting to me, as the constant turning and speed makes my head hurt. We can also shoot water at these robots too, but they don't pose that much of a threat. The fan blades and lasers, however, can be tricky to dodge, but with a bit of practice is manageable. I didn't worry about the Deathless achievement for now, but got the all baseball cards achievement instead. After the kids get off the ship, the aliens are there to greet them. In Cornfield Escape, we have to avoid these yellow lights or we will get fried. Ha, get it?
Can you shut the fuck up?
I struggled with these lights as they got a good bit of range. The small robots return, and this time they're far more deadly. Eventually we got into the cornfield. We had to find and save the kids and escape. Again, the enemies on this level were kicking my ass for no reason, but I'm gonna be honest, this was probably just a skill issue on my part. After we saved all the kids, we had to reach the bell tower to warn the town about the aliens. We need to collect change once again to grab another bottle of soda. Like before, we will get another achievement for collecting all coins in this area. This area does have a few hazards, especially tight roping with electric currents coming at me. But I got through it and eventually got all coins and the achievement. Then I got the soda and avoided some aliens to beat the level, getting an achievement for beating cornfield, escape, and getting all baseball cards as well. Now the invasion fully begins and the mayor steps up to fight back against the aliens. We have to shoot them down with a cannon. After wiping out the first wave, the next wave has ships that fire energy balls at me. I can shoot them out the sky with a shot if I time it right. However, I did get hit here, thus avoiding me out of the challenge achievement. The final phase has the ships again, but they can create shields to protect themselves from my cannon fire. I just have to hit them at the right time and they'll go down. I got Tic Tac for beating Cannon Chaos Deathless on hard. Fire Truck Frenzy sees us chasing after the mothership through a destroyed neighborhood in time by going through these rings. There's a challenge achievement for beating this level in under 2 minutes and 10 seconds. I didn't have a single clue on how to beat this fast enough, so instead I focused on beating the level for now. Next was Tube Tumble. We take control of Runt in a very similar level to Tube Surf. I feel like they were just running out of ideas at this point. Again, we have to get to the end of the level and avoid the obstacles. This one's a bit more annoying as Runt randomly picks up speed at certain points, making me fly off the level or hit hazards. I finished the level and got an achievement for beating the level normally. Wow, another space level. It's like they're running out of level ideas. Unlike Space Alarm, Alien Little is primarily in the Alien Walker. This one has a challenge achievement for not going under 70% health in the Alien Walker. I got jumped by the robots at the end and lost too much health, so I proceeded to finish the level. I got the Deathless on hard achievement for Alien Little instead. Again, another spaceship level. I'll say this one is the better one as the ending section is pretty cool. Gravity Grab is actually very similar to Space Alarm as we have to unlock doors and hit switches to progress further. I actually got zapped by the lasers at the very end, so no Deathless achievement for me. In the final room, we see why the level is called Gravity Grab. Once again, we are collecting coins to unlock a door. The room is zero gravity, however, so we can jump around to reach the coins. Single jumping gives you a good bit of distance, so just double jump if you need to prevent a needless death. Getting all coins gets an achievement, who would have thought? And the achievement for all baseball cards on Gravity Grab as well. Oh great, Space Sim 3. This level surprisingly isn't as bad as the previous one. The goal of this level is to destroy the mothership at the end. The only thing is that it's a bit tight on the way there, so bumping into walls can cause some damage too. Ended up dying again, so I just focused on finishing the level for now. At the end, we are confronted by the mothership. This is one of 2 bosses in the game, if you can believe that. As for this boss, there are 4 phases. We have to hit the red spot on each part of the ship. The first phase, he shoots energy balls in a line horizontally, then vertically after some damage. Phase 2, he shoots this blue fire that tracks my direction. I don't know what the hell this is. Then after some more damage, it shoots 2 of them. Phase 3, these lock-on rockets spawn after flying out. This phase can be a pain in the ass if you don't have a rhythm to dodge in the rockets. After some damage, it will shoot out a bunch of rockets. The final phase, we get both the blue fire and the lock-on rockets. I actually have to do this fight damageless as well, so for now, I just beat it normally for an achievement and got an achievement for all baseball cards and Space Sim 3 as well. Now for the final boss. Yep, I'm not kidding. After we do this flying section, we take on this thing. It has 3 phases. The goal is to hit the red buttons on the side. Then when it's stunned, hit its light stick 3 times to move forward. If you break something or hit it with an acorn, it will lock onto you. It shoots smaller beams than a charged shot that will leave it stunned and destroy the floor if it hits these green boxes. In phase 2, it shoots electric blasts randomly around the map that have shockwaves, and the weak points actually move around this time. Then in phase 3, rather than shooting his charged beam, he does a sweeping beam that has to be jumped over. This fight took a few attempts as I was trying to get the timing of my shots down on the weak points. For now, I just beat him and continue the game. Yep, we got more levels to do. Now we take over the fire truck again as we have to escape the ship before time runs out. This one's pretty simple to beat as the level is full of time clocks. Again, the challenge achievement is where this level is truly difficult, but for now, I just barely beat the level normally. Now that Chicken Little saved the town, he gets a loosely adapted film about him. We take control of Ace and his spaceship as we got one more level to do. This plays just like the Space Sim levels and we just need to get to the end alive. Keyword, alive. It's a bit harder to hit the ships here and it gets even worse at the end as a bunch of ships, including big ones, come at you. I actually need to destroy a certain amount for an achievement, but for now I just focus on beating the level. I did get all baseball cards for an achievement, so there's that. and finish the level for an achievement. And with that, I beat the main story on hard. Before we continue on with the set, if you guys made it this far into the video, consider leaving a like as it pushes out the video to others. Also hit the subscribe button so you don't miss the next retro achievement video. Now let's continue to grind. Now that the game is done, I can use level select to go back to the levels for their baseball cards. I'll also be attempting some easier challenge achievements before tackling the more challenging ones later. I went back to late for school to do his challenge achievement. To get chicken litterer, we have to beat the level damage list and without destroying any junk debris. This includes trash bags, paint cans, and even these fences. Some debris can actually just be jumped over like this one or just avoid it altogether. The actual difficult part is not taking damage. The planks on the rails can be a bit tricky to dodge, so just pay attention to them. I beat the level for chicken litterer and the all baseball cards achievement as well. I also finished Dodgeball Hall Deathless for an achievement. And speaking of this level, I went back and got all baseball cards for another achievement. Then tackled another challenge achievement. For Mop the Floor with Gravity, we have to get to the gym damage list and without jumping more than 4 times. Try to jump only when you have to. A lot of obstacles can actually just be driven past rather than jumping over them. In Goosey Chase, I got all the baseball cards out of the way for another quick Chivo. And in Uniform Hunt, I found the last 2 baseball cards for the all baseball cards achievement for this level. Since I never got 100% in this game before, I didn't realize that the cards unlock mini games in the main menu. There's an achievement for unlocking them all, so I'll be back for that later. I got the remaining baseball cards for Backyard Pursuit, Alien Abbey, and Fire Truck Frenzy for achievements. Then in the big game, we have the Buck Cluck Prodigy for hitting 3 fouls, then getting a home run without making a mistake. Just hit all the buttons like normal, then make sure to hit the red spot when the pitcher throws the ball. To get the home run, make sure to press the button as the ball touches the plate. Afterwards, I went back and got all baseball cards in Run Escape, Tube Tumble, and Final Boss. Now with all cards, I unlocked the remaining minigame for that achievement as well. With the cards out of the way, I focused back on doing challenge achievements. I went back to Tube Surf to beat it deathless on hard for an achievement. And then spent like 30 minutes trying to figure out why the Grand Slam wouldn't unlock like a dumbass.
Stupid?
Until I realized it had to be done in the batting practice level. To get this achievement, you have to occupy all spaces, then get a home run. Just hit the red spot when Abby throws the ball a few times, then hit the home run afterwards for an achievement. Next was Paperboy Piggy. In Carpool Craze, we had to complete the newspaper run without throwing more than 4 of them and in under 28 seconds. This achievement sucked butt, and that's mainly because of the card's controls. First, just figure out where the newspapers spawn. They spawn in this spot in town. Besides that, just take an optimal route to do it in time. Next was String Tension. We had to beat Backyard Pursuit without using the power shot more than 12 times and without dying. In case you forgot, the power shot is the wind-up hit that Chicken Little does. There are a lot of places where the game wants you to use the ability, but you can skip a lot of it by jumping over or doing some skips like this to save some uses before you actually need them. I beat it and got the achievement. In Space Sim 1, We Come in Peace requires me to beat the whole level without shooting and dying. Look, just hope and pray, that's all I can tell you. I think this challenge achievement is easier to do on normal as you can take a little less damage. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that certain challenge achievements can be done on normal too. Then for Zerg Rush, we had to complete the Swarm section in Space Alarm without going under 85% health. Just keep moving around and prioritize the ones that are red and firing lasers. Now for Space Sim 2. Actually, we don't. Requires me to beat the level without using missiles and not dying. I would highly recommend doing this on normal. Get your power-ups and deal with the harder enemies like the green ships or the fast red ones. Be very cautious and stay back a bit if you need to. I got the achievement and will never play this piece of crap level ever again. Next up was the best sling I never had. I had to save Chicken Little's friends at the beginning of Cornfield Escape without taking damage or pressing the circle button. This one was a pain in the ass. It took me a lot of attempts in order to figure out the best route to save them. You can body block the enemy's attacks with his friends. It all comes down to avoiding the lights. In Canon Chaos, I got like shooting aliens in a barrel for beating the level damageless. And I also got devastated but not defeated for defeating the swarm section in gravity grab when under 25% health and not pressing the square button beforehand. This one's a bit more stress inducing as you got a higher chance of dying. I technically had no health when I got the achievement, but whatever, I guess I'll take it. I backtracked the cornfield escape to get the Deathless on hard achievement. I can use the slingshot now, and just pressing circle will fire acorns. You can stun the wheel enemies and 2-tap the other ones. I beat the level and got the achievement. I also got the Deathless on hard achievements in Tube Surf and Gravity Grab 2. Then it was back to Space Sim 3. I first did the Deathless on hard achievement for the whole level. You do get health back in the last phase of the boss, so that's helpful. Boss is less stressful that way when you can take a little bit of damage. Then I tried the final boss again. This one has 2 achievements. One for doing it Deathless on hard and for doing it without upgrading your health and Deathless. That means beat the boss with only 2 hit points. The only tip I have is that you can shoot acorns at the boss's laser attack. That way you can make sure you're getting through the boss quickly to lessen the chances of dying. Also just avoid the acorns so you don't accidentally upgrade your health. I managed to get both achievements at the same time, so that was a big win for me. Space Armada was next. I did the Deathless run first. Just run through it and use missiles on the big ships near the end to avoid getting melted by laser fire. I got the achievement and decided to come back later for the other one. Another pain in the ass achievement I tackled was totally tubular. I had to beat either Tube Surf or Tube Tumble damageless. This achievement is probably the hardest one in the set as both of these levels are tough. I thought that Tube Surf would have been the easier of the two, but it was actually Tube Tumble. Tube Surf has a lot going on with the constant shifting of tubes and laser placements. Tube Tumble is shorter and a bit more manageable to avoid obstacles. For the laser sections on this level, just avoid jumping and try to move to gaps to get through. Between the two levels, it took me well over 30 tries for this achievement alone, but it doesn't matter, I'll never have to do it again now. Another tricky achievement was Spick and Span Suit. In Alien Little, I had to beat the level while keeping the Alien Walker suit over 70% health. Playing carefully helps here. The last area, where the enemies are constantly spawning, is a bit hard. You want to quickly get through the laser gates, but make sure to turn back around and shoot enemies as they spawn. They can hit you even if they're far away. I finally managed to beat the Mothership boss damageless in Space Sim 3. The key to this fight is to stockpile missiles from the main level and bring them into the fight. You can use them in the boss to speed up difficult phases. You can then use them in the boss to speed up difficult phases. I used them for phases 3 and 4. Then I went back to Space Armada to get Call Me Ace for destroying 55 ships. Again, missiles are the game plan. You can spam them at the end to destroy a bunch of ships. Ah, Goosey Chase. I hate this damn level. Let Loose Foot Goose requires me to beat Goosey Chase damageless. Yes, I have to get through this chaos while this constant fear of getting my skull cracked by a manic goose throwing a heat-seeking dodgeball at me at random times, all deathless. The main tip is to juke out her shots. Wait a few seconds before she throws and move to a different direction. I usually try to move either left or right, depending on which way will help me proceed. Try to avoid getting stuck on debris as she does have a bit of a pattern to when she will throw. I beat this and took a large sigh of relief afterwards. I had 2 more achievements to get, and ironically both of them were time trial achievements. In Fire Truck Frenzy we had to beat the level in 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Besides these specific skips I did here, most of this requires drifting and avoiding collision with the random bullshit of the level, which is easier said than done. I cut it very close, but I got the achievement anyways. And lastly, I had to beat Runt's Escape in 2 minutes and 4 seconds. This one just boils down to not slowing down on these smaller turns and taking tight turns on the longer sections. I barely beat this one too, but I got the achievement and mastered Chicken Little finally. And that's another set checked off the list. This set is a skill check, as a lot of these achievements just require being good at the game. 100%ing the game itself isn't the hardest thing to do though, as most of the cars aren't hard to get. I would say that so far this is the hardest set I've done, but I'm sure the next 2 sets I plan to do will be much harder. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed my suffering, drop a like on your way out and let me know if you've seen the movie or played the game before in the comments. As always gamers, keep it gaming. Take care.